Sometimes you're craving something crunchy, tasty, and lightweight to indulge after a long day at work, or just because you feel like it. And then, a light bulb suddenly clicks on in your head. What you need is a piping hot box of Chicken McNuggets. Biting into a crisp, boneless, breaded McDonald's chicken nugget, one is immediately transported into a world of delicious flavors and textures that cannot be found on any other menu in any other restaurant. But have you ever wondered how this fast food magic came about? Well, it's your lucky day because today, we'll explore the delicious topic of how Chicken McNuggets are made. McDonald's chicken nuggets have a fascinating history that started in 1963 when the first ever documented chicken nugget to grace this earth was created by an agricultural scientist. His name was Robert C. Baker. He worked out of a laboratory at Cornell University, and he called his chicken nuggets Chicken Krispies. 2 years before that, in 1961, the American Heart Association made a report linking heart disease to high cholesterol diets. Although the expected impact of this report was that people would stop eating those foods, it didn't really make a dent in American cholesterol consumption, with the notorious high cholesterol foods being beef and pork. It wasn't until 1977 when the US government began a campaign to encourage Americans to eat less red meat that people began relying more on poultry. The McDonald's management saw this as an opportunity to take over the fast food market, and they didn't waste time going to the drawing board to figure out how to incorporate chicken into their menu. But all their initial ideas were quickly tossed out because they weren't feasible. So in 1979, when McDonald's executive chef Rene Arend, who had been recipe testing onion nuggets, was in a random conversation with McDonald's chairman Fred Turner, when Fred suggested Rene ditch onion nuggets and start working with chicken instead. And so, the Chicken McNugget was born. It took another few years to refine the recipe and set the motion for a product that would not only be commercially successful, but would also mean something to the customers. To achieve the set goals for Chicken McNuggets, Chairman Turner contacted Bud Sweeney, who had helped develop McDonald's Filet-O-Fish in 1978. Sweeney assembled a dedicated team to perfect the breading of the chicken nuggets, executive market testing, and assemble the necessary technology to bring the dream to life. Still, when it was all put together, it was just a gamble like any other product, and no one was sure whether the chicken nuggets would be a hit. But when McDonald's chicken nuggets hit the US market, it took off. Adults loved it. Kids were crazy about it. The Chicken McNuggets were also available in Canada, Japan, France, and Germany. Today, thanks to the work of Bob and Renee, millions of people get to experience a snack that's equal parts fun and tasty. The recipe they developed all those years ago was only tweaked once in 2003. Since then, Chicken McNuggets have become a staple American food item, and many other restaurants have been forced to keep up by creating their own chicken nuggets brand. But enough about history. Let's get into the meat of the matter. How were Chicken McNuggets really made? The McDonald's chicken nugget production plants are elaborate enterprises with multiple lines of people working at different stations. This means someone is always working on some stage of the production process. But surely it can't be that complicated to make chicken nuggets, right? Well, let's find out. McDonald's chicken nuggets are made with 100% chicken white meat. This is gotten from specially bred chickens at McDonald's poultries that have bigger breasts than the average chicken. The chickens are sent to the slaughterhouse to be, Then they're inspected thoroughly for any defects. Any chicken that's not up to standard is tossed aside. After the chicken's been inspected and selected, the plant workers choose the parts to make the McNuggets. That's right, not every part of the chicken makes it to the final McNuggets. So the chicken is cut into different parts and separated into the parts that can be used for the chicken nuggets and those that can't be used. The thighs and drumsticks, known in the McDonald's factories as dark meat, are not used. But the breast meat, rib meat, and tenderloins are used. Contrary to some conspiracy theories you might have heard, no beaks or feet are used in the making of chicken nuggets. Also, no pink slime or pink goop is used in making Chicken McNuggets. It's all good old white meat. But before the chicken can start being processed, the skin must be removed and set aside. Later, a small portion of the chicken skin will be ground and added to the chicken nuggets for extra flavor. The chicken skin also acts as a binder, so the Chicken McNuggets don't fall apart during all the dipping and frying in the production process. Next, the selected chicken is collected in large buckets for cleaning and treatment, which involves washing the chicken thoroughly to ensure there are no ugly germs on it. After being properly cleaned, the chicken moves to the grinding station, which consists of industrial heavy-duty grinders. These grinders do not grind the chicken to a fine paste. Instead, they push the chicken through a grinding plate with small holes, which mash it up without grinding it smooth, giving it a meaty texture. The ground chicken is then dumped via a conveyor belt to a giant mixer. The mixer combines the ground chicken with the marination. The ingredients used in making the marination include water, sodium phosphate, a little bit of blended chicken skin, and food starch, which add moisture to the chicken. We have salt, natural flavoring, wheat starch, dextrose, citric acid, and autolyzed yeast extract, which enhance the flavor. Then we have rosemary extract and safflower oil, which preserve the chicken's freshness. The next step is for the chicken nuggets to be cut out in different identically sized shapes. Chicken McNuggets come in 4 different shapes, including the ball, the belt, the boot, and the bow tie, also known as the bone shape. Each nugget then goes through a very thin layer of batter, typically containing flavor enhancers such as celery and white pepper. Next, the nuggets go through another round of coating in a thicker batter called tempura. This time, the batter's made from wheat, corn flour, starches, and leavening agents. These ingredients aerate the batter and give the chicken nuggets their unique flavor. Afterwards, the chicken nuggets are transferred via a conveyor belt to a deep vat of frying oil. At this stage, the chicken nuggets are only partially cooked, so they can be well preserved while transported to various McDonald's stores. Pre-cooking also gives the chicken nuggets some texture so that when properly cooked, it has that addictive crunch we all know and love. Next, the chicken nuggets, now arranged on a conveyor belt, are flash frozen to lock in the juiciness and flavor. Before the chicken nuggets can be packaged and transported to the various McDonald's restaurants, they must be tested for quality and compliance with health standards. So, each McDonald's chicken nugget plant has a sensory kitchen where the chicken nuggets are adequately cooked and tested. In the sensory kitchen, the chicken nuggets are evaluated every hour off the line so that no batch goes through the plant without being tested. The sensory kitchen staff check for different things in testing for the perfect chicken nugget. First, they look out for the appearance. When the McDonald's chicken nuggets are properly cooked, they should have a light golden brown appearance. They should also have little ridges and peaks, which shows that the chicken nuggets are textured and crunchy. Also, the chicken nugget should have a slightly firmer texture while still being juicy. And when you bite into a chicken nugget, you should pick up a delicious chicken flavor, as well as some slight pepper and celery flavors. The final stage at the McDonald's plant is for the McDonald's chicken nuggets to be bagged and boxed, with machines that bag up to 1,000 chicken nuggets per minute. They're then transported to McDonald's restaurants, where they'll be properly cooked and served when you're craving that crunchy golden brown goodness. Over the last several decades, McDonald's has maintained an image of comfort and quality that's made it a household name in the fast food business. Here's a fun fact. The original Chicken McNuggets were accompanied by only 4 sauces: honey, sweet and sour, hot mustard, and barbecue. But today, there are over 25 sauces in the US market. And now you know the amount of care and attention that goes into making those juicy, tasty McDonald's chicken nuggets. What's your favorite dip to go with your chicken nuggets? And how many chicken nuggets do you think you consume in a year? Let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more content like this.